myself before am I audible?
I guess please talk.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So first of all, thank you everyone for joining in the weekend. And I know it's Saturday morning. So, but just because this is an introduction session, I thought of bringing this up so that everyone can do with a fresh mind. And a brief intro about myself. I have about 11 years of integration experience. I started my career with one of our MNC with TIPCO. Then I moved to IBM Stack, and I'm working as the lead architect in MuleSoft for the past 4 years. This session especially help you guys and to understand if what are the current things that we're looking for, and if you can just give me a quick intro so that based on that I can start the session. Like I can see the audience. Love, Yashwant, Vamsi, Naresh, if you can give a quick introduction about like what's your IT experience and what are the things you're expected from this class, like in a training
Hey,
session.
hi, Abhinav. Very good morning.
Hi,
I'm
Yashwant.
Yashwant and I'm working with Tech Mahindra right now, and I'm currently working in Power BI technology. So
Okay.
as of now, like you already know, like automation came and all the different AI tools came. So in future, we will be in a stake position. So I
Right.
just wanted to come out of it, and I just want to learn new technology so that I can cope up with some other technologies as well, and I can try for the job for other technologies as well. So that's the reason for me to attend this session.
Great. It's a good time to switch to some other new technologies, and MuleSoft, as you know, is purchased by Salesforce and it's one of the leading technology in the market. Yep. Thanks, Yashwant.
Yeah, hi, this is Laukusha. I have 5 years of experience into IT. Currently working with the TCS. And working in domain is SAP PAPO. I'm trying to shift the technology to MuleSoft.
Okay, great. What about Vamshi and Naresh?
Yeah, hi, this is Vamshi. Currently, I'm doing consulting, working for different clients. So currently, I'm on bench. I'm working in Salesforce ecosystem. So I'm trying to see MuleSoft. I never I don't know anything about MuleSoft, but nowadays a lot of clients is asking MuleSoft technology because of evaluation of integration like anything.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Okay, so you have some idea on Salesforce also. So what I've heard from you, right? Like you have I missed the last part. Like you have Salesforce. Something you told about Salesforce, right? I missed that part.
Yeah. I know Salesforce in and out.
Okay, that would be great because MuleSoft we are doing some integration Salesforce. That's great. Thank you.
With the Salesforce. Okay.
Yeah, with the Salesforce. Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like it will be covered as a not today, but will be it's one of my session is there will be how MuleSoft is integrating with Salesforce. That is also covered here.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, Naresh. Yeah. Good. Naresh, if you are saying we are not able to hear you. Okay, no problem. Let me jump into the sessions. I don't want to waste anyone's time, and yeah. So let me share my screen first. Let me know if you're able to see the screen.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so before I jump onto the actual integrations, okay, so just a little about the training because I used to give training and some of the questions people ask in the Q&A. Okay, so I mean the length of the course. So what I expect is at least a 1 month course, but yeah, based on the timelines, we can customize it. But you know that MuleSoft is there are two parts. One is simple training and one is advanced training. So based on that, it will be a 1.5 months course. And the second thing about this one, like what I feel is most of the sessions in the market, like even if you take some online course or something, those are not like training materials and handouts. So it will be like a one second. Yeah. So normally I don't want the course to be like a one way. I will be giving the training and you won't be just saying like as a recording session. I don't like that. so what I will be doing after each sessions, I will be giving some assignments, and then in the next class you can do the assignments, and then you can come back, raise your queries, and then we will be taking for the next sessions. Okay. So that's something I really like about like making it interactive mode. Otherwise, if you're not doing any hands-on in MuleSoft, it will be like a normal session, and after 1 or 2 days you'll forget. Okay, so how the installation will be done, some kind of assignments, and how normally if you are working on Salesforce also, right? You are doing some POCs, right? This POC is very important, and I will be working with you, and it's like with both will be working. Okay. Now these are the questions like I generally people ask me like why have to learn MuleSoft. So I know people already know the answer, but like if you're investing your time and money, then obviously it has to be one of the prominent codes. Okay, so MuleSoft, most of the projects what I'm working now, they are moving to MuleSoft, not like from the scratch. Even some projects were developed in Oracle, some are developed in some other integration. Okay, so most of the projects are migrating to MuleSoft. So even if you have prior experience on any kind of technologies, it will be handy. But the next question is, can a non-IT person learn MuleSoft? Yes, a non-IT person can definitely learn MuleSoft. This is not relevant for you guys because you're already working. But if even if you're a non-IT person, the first thing that we will be taking 1 or 2 sessions about what is a Java, like what are the data formats, what are XMLs, what are JSONs, like this kind of stuff. We have to do some prerequisite, then we can jump into the actual training. But I think based on the people who have joined the class, you already are from IT background and you have some experience on, like most of you, someone is working on Salesforce, someone is working on Power BI. So you know how what are the IT jargons are. And yeah, people ask me that I don't know Java. Even I also don't know Java. Okay, so even, but I learned MuleSoft and I am just working as an architect in one of the MNC. So you can understand that, yeah, Java by default is good to know. Like we all know that some kind of program language is good to know, but there is no relation of Java and MuleSoft. Okay, so even if you don't know Java, it's fine. We can work it out together. Because I didn't, the thing that I know Java is from my school days or college days. That's it. After that, I never worked on Java in any of my 11 years of experience. It's mostly integration. Okay, does MuleSoft needs coding? No, the MuleSoft doesn't need coding because that's the way of their client is purchasing MuleSoft, and that's why you're investing time and money. If it's of coding, then you can learn it on your own, right? You can just take a Java course or something. So if you are paying for a tool, if the client is paying for the tool, that means it should be non-coding. Some of the features are not available in MuleSoft, like suppose you are connecting to a new new connector. In that case, it may require Java coding, but those are like exceptional cases. Okay. Any questions so far? Like if I'm going too fast, you can just like, yeah, because these are the basic stuff. I want to jump to the actual code, so I'm just giving a any other question that you have so that I can just put it in the slide also. Like anything that is coming to your mind before you jump, like why do you want to learn MuleSoft? And because these are the popular questions I get whenever I start the classes, so I thought of answering them. Okay. Now whenever like the new technology comes to the market, right? So we have to understand what is MuleSoft basically. So it's a very Salesforce company and it's an integration platform. The moment you say integration platform, then what is that actually? So as a competitor, we have other technologies available in the market, like TIBCO, IBM Stack, but MuleSoft is like a full-fledged product. So you can do the development, you can do the platform, you can do the API management. So it enables easy integration on existing systems, regardless of different technologies. Suppose you are working on Salesforce, it can integrate with Salesforce. Some is working on Oracle database, it can integrate with Oracle database. Some people are working on maybe Amazon services. It can freely integrate with Amazon service. Okay. Some of the connectors you might have to purchase from MuleSoft, but mostly they are free. Like we can easily download our trial versions, and for a 30 days trial, some of the connectors, if something is needed. Like if you want me to work on specific connector that you might heard of, I can do that also. But those are 30 days trial and definitely we can do it. Okay. So some of the high endpoints of MuleSoft, it's a drag and drop tool. It's an integration platform. And so these are like found in 2006. So one of the questions that you do a market evaluation and people ask, even if you're going for a client presentation, the people ask what are the other competitors in the market, because some clients want to evaluate what are the other integration technologies that are there. Okay, I think someone is yeah. So those are like Dell, Bhumi, TIPCO, but MuleSoft is far ahead from all those integration technologies, because I myself have worked on TIPCO, I have worked on Dell Bhumi, but now I've switched into MuleSoft of the probable reasons. Okay. I think someone wanted to come here. Hi, Anu. Hello. I think someone joined. It's okay. Hello. Did anyone join?
Yes. This is Ashok.
Hi, Ashok. Yeah, so yeah, we have started the session. I'm just giving a brief intro, but before that, could you tell me about your like what are the things that you're working on, or what are your current expectation from this course? We have just started. That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm currently working in a .NET, and I'm totally new to the MuleSoft, so trying to get into MuleSoft.
Okay, so you're already working on a .NET technology, so it's good. So like in one of my current project also, we have shifted from .NET to Mule. So yeah, so we have an IT experience, and what I'm just doing now is giving a brief introduction about MuleSoft and what are the things that we require for MuleSoft. So are you able to see my screen first?
Yeah.
Okay, so one thing that you might ask me that what does mule means? Mule basically means as a donkey on a horse, and why the name is MuleSoft? Because to automate the task, to automate some of the donkey related tasks, some kind of manual jobs that we do, right? That MuleSoft will help us to automate the task. That's why the name MuleSoft came into picture. Okay, I think that's frozen. One second, yeah. So mules are basically hybrid common donkeys and horses. So it will just so one of the question I actually one of the person asked me why the name MuleSoft. So I did some research and found out that it basically wants to eliminate the donkey's work. So we are saying it as MuleSoft. Okay. So before we jump into I think most of you are from the non-integration experience. Like what I see that someone is from .NET, but you don't have an integration experience. It's better that we will do some sessions on the integration first. What is an integration? How the integration looks like, and then maybe next session will be covering the MuleSoft tool. So in a demo class, I will cover both of them, but I'm just talking when the actual session will start. It's better to do some kind of integration session. Okay. So when we call about Mule API and all those stuff, so what is an API basically? API is basically a application programming interface which allows to communicate and exchange data between two systems. We have a client and we have a server. So client gives a request and server gives a response. That what is an API is. So in simple terms, whenever there's any kind of exchange or sharing of information that happens between a client and a server, we call it an API. Okay. Now, I give this example like if you are going to a restaurant, right? In that case, suppose you are ordering the food. That is, you are the client. Okay, you are requesting something to the waiter. Now, what waiter does? It goes and gives the order to the chef. Chef prepares the request. Chef prepares the food. We call it processing the request. Now, after that, what happens? The food comes to you. Okay, that is the response from the server. Okay, and then you give a feedback. Okay, so that is what we basically do in MuleSoft. You create an API. the people uses the API. So an API, right? You're creating in .NET. But the problem in .NET is that suppose if I have to work in .NET, I have to know the programming skills. I have to learn .NET. I have to know the programming skills, and it needs a manual work, lot of manual work. But in MuleSoft, it is tool based. You know the tool, then with the tool only you can create the API. Okay, once the API is created, then client will get a request from the client. Like then what you do at the back end, you process the request. You connect with a database or you connect with some other servers, process it and send the response to the client. The response now is sent to the client. And after that, we'll get a feedback. So in the MuleSoft API, we have a feedback section where people can give feedback also. That we call as mocking the API. Okay. Now, why MuleSoft is so famous? Because it's an iPaaS solution. So what I said in iPaaS means you can do the development, you can integrate, and you can deploy by a single entity in MuleSoft. You don't have to purchase several products in MuleSoft. Okay. So this is, I will just log in and show you. So this is the Anypoint platform where we deploy the applications. Okay. So we have connectors that will connect with social platform, with a Facebook, Gmail, LinkedIn. We have we have other connectors that will work with Xbox, with Salesforce, with Node.js. We have other cloud platforms that MuleSoft can integrate with MongoDB, with Windows, with I think some other connectors. Okay. Now, if you want to connect with other technology, we have Oracle, IBM. We have MuleSoft will come with Oracle, IBM, and SAP connectors. Suppose we want some custom applications to be built, MuleSoft will help us to connect using the. For that, we need some Java coding. Okay, if some external connector we have to build. Now we can connect with big databases and big files like Hadoop and everything. We can connect using MuleSoft. Okay. So this is what MuleSoft makes it so special. So this is a high level. What are the things that will be that will be doing in MuleSoft? First, we will be considering about introduction of the MuleSoft API. What is an API? What is a Postman? Then we will like in there also we will create some assignments so that you can log in and do some kind of assignments. Like I know that first 4 or 5 sessions, it's very difficult to do some assignment. But assignment is something I prefer to give it like normal, like log into the platform, create an account for yourself, or set up the Anypoint Studio. I will do it in my machine, and then I want you to do it in your machine also. Okay. Then API-led connectivity is there. The third session will be mostly on the Anypoint platform. I will be describing how the Anypoint platform looks like, the look and feel of it, and how you can, what is the design center, what is an exchange, what is the runtime API. 4, 5, 6, 7, if you see, these are only related to development classes. Okay. This is one of the data view. Just like in .NET, we have with the scripting, right? MuleSoft would also have some kind of coding language on its own that will help us to structure the response. That we call it as a data weave. Then all these are related to the the development work. So these are the high level pointers that will be covering as a part of the sessions. Okay. Yeah. So any questions for the introduction session, like anything that you want to ask before I jump to the actual thing? If you have any questions in mind related to what kind of training or anything that you expect to be improved, feel free to to ask. Like I want it to be interactive. It doesn't matter whether you want to get involved in the training or not, but it's consider this as an API. Any kind of feedback will be helping me rather.
So, so how long have you been working in MuleSoft?
I've been working 4.5 years. Before that, I was in Delbhoomi, and before that, I was in TIBCO. It's like 11 years in experience, mostly into integrations.
Okay, so
So Abhinav, I'm completely new to this particular MuleSoft technology. So
Right.
how can I be able to do the programming? Sorry, integration and all.
Right. See, I take as even if you know MuleSoft, even if you have a basic MuleSoft, what I discussed with, I take that no one knows MuleSoft. Okay, no one doesn't have integration, no one knows MuleSoft. That is the 0 level I take it. Okay, the way we'll be doing the classes, first ones are the basics. Okay, so the first what you need to learn anything is the software. Okay, that is Anypoint Studio. This is freely available. You don't have to pay anything. You can download the software. Okay, this we call it as an Anypoint Studio. Okay, then I will be like in the sessions only. I will be giving some like task. So you can and I will be giving the answer also. Like I will be giving the documentation also how to do the task. Okay, we have the entire documentation where it will show you after the sessions is done. So for example, we have the assignments also. Okay, day 1, day 2. I think it's there. So yeah, I think it's there. I will provide you the documentation also. Okay, so here the steps are written there. Okay, what are the like create a folder, create this, create this. You just have to follow the steps and then you'll be creating it. That is the first step. Second is we will be having an QA mode. Okay, where if you are facing any difficulties, we'll first try on to that. Suppose even after following the steps given in the Word document, right? Suppose you are facing some challenges, then I will be helping you, or Uday will be helping you to resolve the cases. Okay, and now after that to deploy the Anypoint platform, and that is also freely available in the market. Okay, we just have to deploy. We just have to log into Anypoint platform. Okay. So to know any tool, right? What are the two things that you need? One is the softwares. For that you don't have to pay anything. One is the like what kind of assignments will be that will be providing, and the other part is your motivation to work on it. Those are three things I feel that you should be anything that you can learn. Okay, this is also freely available. Like you don't have to pay anything. Okay, and it is like not 30 days trial. Just have to give some coding. Yeah, just 1 second. It will just send me an OP. What I feel is PPT is only for like to help you just to see the course material, but at the end of the day, it will be a working sessions. Okay. For a demo classes, I have created PPT only because to let you know what are the things that will be covering. But honestly, PPT is only for like just if you have an interview and if you want to go through what are the topics covered, that's it. But at the end of the day, what we will be doing is to do the hands-on. That what I've learned with experience. Okay, yeah. 5, 8, 9. Just log in. 1, 5, 4, 7, 0, 4. Okay, so this is also available. So once they do the development, okay, you can go ahead and deploy that in this platform. And this is given by MuleSoft only to explore, because MuleSoft is very like it's not making it very complex. Okay, it's giving everything free for us because MuleSoft want to explore their tool also. So you can go there, design it. Okay, I will show you. Like we have a classes where you can do the designing of the APIs that you can do it. You don't have to pay any money for that. You can deploy it. Okay, so this is the way we will be learning the courses, and the course material is like from 0 to hero. Like the first one is basic stuff where we'll be creating an account, downloading the software, just creating a hello world program. Like for any other tool that we do, right? We just create a hello world program, right? So that's the way we'll be doing it. Is it answer a question? I don't know who asked it, but is it answer the question? Or do you have any other questions?
Got you.
Okay, so so as I was saying, right, before we jump into MuleSoft, if I imagine if I start on the first day, if I just start on working on this stuff, like okay, you develop the project, because that's the thing what MuleSoft will do. You just develop the project, you deploy it. But the first question then people ask me, please tell me what is integrations, okay, and why we need MuleSoft, and couple of things that comes to the mind. Like even if you give interview, they will be asking, see, why you are learning this? Want to switch job and want to get more money. Okay, the point is, if you are shifting to a new technology, you have to have a client interview, or if you're shifting to any company, you have to have a project interview. Okay, nowadays, initially what I observed that MuleSoft is new in the market, and if you know basics of MuleSoft, you can clear the interview. but I am involved in the interview panel also. Nowadays, we have developers in MuleSoft. Okay, so this course is a curated course which will help you to keep like what are the basic question interviewer will ask, okay, and how you can tackle it. And I have lot of interview questions that I can provide you also, that it will be helping you also in your clearing the interview. It's not like making you understand MuleSoft. It's like how you can tackle the interviews also. Okay, it's not possible for everyone to know 20. Suppose the interview will ask you 25 questions. Okay, it's not possible for anyone to answer all the 25 questions. But what we can do is that even if you answer 10 questions and the other 15 questions, even if you don't know, how you can tackle them. Okay. For example, they ask you something about integrations. Integration is nothing to related to MuleSoft. So I've created an entire PPT, okay, where you can just go through the integrations knowledge and get. I will be giving a demo on that, but you can suppose they ask you about what is an point-to-point and ESB integrations. Okay, what you can do, what are the problems of point-to-point integration? This PPT will cover about integrations. And suppose you have to know more information, then you can just type in Google and see and get more information. These are the pointers. PPT is not the course material. It's the pointers that will help you to understand and prepare for yourself also. Okay. So what are the problems of point-to-point integrations? Okay. So if suppose there are 4 systems, okay, and if system A is down, then the point-to-point integration is that then the entire thing will be a blockage and entire system will be down. That's why we come to as an ESB integrations. So what is the ESB integrations? Suppose you are going for from destination A to destination B. The preferred mode is to take a bus.
Sorry
Why?
to interrupt you. What is the acronym of ESB?
Enterprise Service Bus. E for
Okay, thank you.
enterprise, S for service, B for bus. Good questions. I'm just taking a note. Next time I will just give the acronym also. Okay. So what happens is you have several source and target system, right? So suppose you don't want ERP. Okay. You don't want ERP. So you just can like delink this connection. You don't have to delink this one. Nothing is affected. You don't want the WebStone now. Okay. So you just can delete it. Okay. That's the advantage of using an ESB. We have connectors that will set it up. Tomorrow, some other sources wants to connect. Suppose you have created your Amazon customer service. Okay. Then you want to integrate with maybe with some other retail shop. What do you do? In .NET, what you do? You just write a code and everything, right? And make sure that you create modules and everything. But here you just add this connector to that, and then you are done. You don't. Nothing is affected here. Okay. Now, what are the ESB features? Like it allows orchestration of a service. It helps in transformation and it helps in enrichments. Why does this thing comes? Okay. A new connector is added, and you will want to integrate with into your something. Right? Suppose you are going for a foreign trip. Okay. They don't understand English. So what do? You do a Google Translator. So what you are doing whenever you are using a Google Translator to convert like English to a Spanish, you are just orchestrating the data. You are transforming the data. You are speaking in English. The Google Translator is converting that into a Spanish. That we call it as a transformation. Because you are integrating, suppose, with a flight service, with an Indigo service. They have a definite format. You have a definite format of interacting with your customers. Okay. Why we need transformation? Because if you send the data as it is to an Indigo web service, they won't understand. Because they need your first name, your last name, your passport, and other details. Okay. They need the data in a specific format. That what you call as a transformations. Now the enrichments. Suppose I ask you when you were born. Okay. You will be giving me I was born in so and so date. This time, but if maybe I ask love that when you were born, you will be giving me as a month first, date second, and time and year at the end. Okay. If you ask me when I'm born, I will be giving the week first, month later, and the day and the year last. Okay. All this kind of there can be a various way of sending the information, right? For a particular field also, like date of birth. In that case, we do the enrichment of the data, because if you want to book a flight, it just needs in a specific format. So even if your data is correct, you have to enrich your data in such a way that whenever you are giving the information to a third party, you are providing the way it needs. Okay. In that case, we are not transforming the data, you are enriching the data. Is that clear? Like, what is the difference between data transformation and data enrichment? Why I'm focusing this? Because there was a questions in one of the interview where people asked, what is the advantage of ESB? Okay, what is the different data transformation and data enrichments? So based on my experience, these are the slides people don't discuss, but I thought of discussing it because some of the questions come on the interviews. Okay, so these are the benefits of using ESB. Okay, we can reduce the development time. We can decrease the, like, it's a cloud enablement service. Can anyone tell me what is the advantage of cloud basically? Anyone? Because like, or else I'll answer, not a problem. Okay. Forget about using MuleSoft. You are using Gmail, right? What do? You just use and just create, you just compose an email and then send it. You are not bothered what is the security. You are not bothered about how Gmail is doing on the back end. Similarly, okay, if I deploy, this is Anypoint platform. Okay. One second here. Okay, because I just logged in. Yeah. This is the Anypoint platform. Okay. We do the development work and we are not bothered at the end of the day how MuleSoft is managing the platform. Okay. That is the advantage of cloud. Very few are actually bothered about infrastructure. If you are going there, doing your development work, spending a quality time on your development work, improve your development skills, and then you are deploying to the platform and you are like, MuleSoft is taking care of it. Yeah, there are instances when we have a separate platform codes for that, but that is not needed. Like, if you want to set up MuleSoft on your platform, mostly people don't ask that, but yeah, that is like specific to some, if you're working from some maybe BOFA project, Bank of America, or some other secure project where they want to use their own platform, then we can do a setup on their own platform. But that won't be covered as a part of this course because mostly we don't need it. Okay, but I will be giving a theoretical knowledge so that you can understand how to, because to set up a platform, we need to purchase some of the platform software from MuleSoft, and that is very costly. Okay. So what I have done, even for the interview questions, I will be preparing a platform document, which when you go through it, it will be helpful for you also, so that you can help them with the theoretical knowledge. And once they give you a platform setup, you can follow the steps and create the platform also. Okay. Now comes so the next thing is that what is a Mule Community and Mule Enterprise Edition? Okay, so it's just like if you are purchasing like Hotstar maybe. Okay, so most of the time before the Jio took up the IPL, what we used to do? We used to do the 5 minutes thing, right? We used to see for 5 minutes the IPL and then like we have to wait for the ad. This is basically what does Mule Community and Enterprise Edition means. For the community ones, community one is just like Jio. It will give you everything. Okay, it will give you the softwares, but sometimes there's a 30 days trial. Some of the connectors will have a 30 days trial. Okay, enterprise means if you are purchasing the enterprise edition, you won't be getting ads. You can see the entire IPL without any disturbances. Okay, these are the differences between a community edition and an enterprise edition. For example, nowadays we are using Slack. Okay, for the Slack, if you want to connect and you have to do the entire setup, then we need an enterprise edition. But that doesn't stop you to do the POC in the Slack. You can in the community also, we can have a 30 days trial version where you can do the POC in the Slack also. Okay. But if you are using the production application, if you are deploying your application in the production, then we have to use the enterprise edition, because community is only for the practitioners or the developers to make their hands dirty, and so that they can know more about the development knowledge. Okay, that was a question asked in the interview, so I have put it in the slide. Next thing is a monolith and a microservices. Okay, the advantage of monolith is suppose you are creating like in a .NET one, right? You are creating everything into a single package. That becomes a monolith applications. And next thing is a microservice, where you are considering everything as a small system, like login is a system, or if you are giving username and credentials, those is a particular small application that we're creating. Okay, that becomes a microservices. And if you are talking about monolith, suppose you are creating a food item, right? If you monolith basically the main course. Okay, you have to eat everything as in the main course. That becomes a monolith. Suppose you are taking like breakfast, then like you are taking lunch, you are taking dinner in a small package. That becomes a microservices. Okay, these are the differences. These are not related to MuleSoft, but these are the basic knowledge one should be having, so that you can like understand MuleSoft better. What are disadvantages or limitations of the size and complexity? The size of the application, it shows the startup and non-scalable and non-reliable. Okay, I will be covering a detailed one when the actual session will be starting, but these are the high level when the microservices, what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages, and how they are related to the MuleSoft. Yeah, this is the architecture of monolith and microservices. Okay, rather if they ask you to just do a design, you can just copy and like you can just do a practice of this diagram and like do that. You are draw.io in the visual and you can do a design diagram. Okay, so you can create user interface where the actual data will be working. Business layer where you'll be processing the request. If you remember the restaurant example, right, where user is basically you are like give me the food. You are asking to the waiter that please bring me the food. Okay. Business layer is where the chef is doing the processing the request. Data means you are eating the food and giving the feedback. Data means you are eating the food and giving the feedback. That what comes the data items. In the integration language, you are logging to API. Like suppose you are connecting with iPhone. Okay, you are logging your creating an app and you are logging to the app. That's for example Instagram. The best example is Instagram. Okay, so you are uploading a picture. That is the user interface. Business layer is what you do, like what the Facebook is doing, what they're doing with the picture. They are just storing that in the server. Okay, data is they're storing that into your big data server or some other server which is located inside under the sea. That is the data interface. Okay, so I've given the code C also. This is not my diagram. Okay, I've taken it from somewhere, so I've given the like code because it's an intellectual property, so I don't want to like put into legal trouble. And but the good thing is that we can use this. Let's say at the end of the day, the sole purpose of the course is to help you to clear the interview and make you job ready. That's the only thing. You will get in a YouTube also. You can get several MuleSoft courses. Okay. But those won't be interview ready. The sole purpose of this course, what I do this is make you ready, interview ready, so that at the end of the day, you can go to the market and answer the questions and get yourself a job. Like you can switch the job, not get yourself one, you can switch that. That's the sole intention of this course. The microservice architecture is we have small application deployed and small database are deployed. Okay. And they will be connecting. Suppose this one is down. Okay. This connector is down. Okay. You can just simply delete this process. This will be up. And suppose there is a production issue. This one is not working. This two will be working, and then you can just tell them an SLA and you can work on this. Imagine if something is down here, the entire architecture will be down. That's the basic difference between a monolith and a microservice architecture. Okay. Any questions in the architecture part? Okay. Okay, I think, yeah, now let me show you the actual courses here. I was giving a typo training also, so. Okay. Yeah. Let me show you the course outline because some of them, like, why I prepared the course outline, so that at least you can understand what are the things that we'll be covering. Okay. The first session will be of integrations of ESB, and it will be I will be giving you an integrations demo. What are the integrations look like? Second is this is where the MuleSoft will start. Okay, because to go to MuleSoft, we have to understand what is an API-led connectivity. The second courses will be of API-led connectivity. Okay, for them, how can I give the assignments? Maybe I will be giving you some questions, and I want you to go to Google and come up with answers the next day, or explain me what is an experience API. Okay, this is the way I want, because this I can give you a assignment of developing a API, right? Because it will be too much for anyone. If you ask me to develop an API in the second day itself, you will say that Avik, don't give me such complex task. The third is installation of the MuleSoft 4. So we need all the softwares available, right? But we can just readily, you have to know the steps how to install it, right? So the steps is given in the document. Installation steps, maybe in a day 2 or day 3 it is covered. So the entire step will be given in the document, where to go, where to download. See, the look and feel might change because MuleSoft is also the developing the UI, but I will try to give the latest screenshot. So what you do, I will do it here. Okay, it's better that if you do with me, but if you're not doing with me, you can go there and follow the steps and you can download the MuleSoft. Okay, all the steps will be listed there. Third session will be covering about Mule basics. Well, these are the high level steps, we'll be doing it, and I'll be giving the sample code so that you can go there in your free time. Also, you can run the code, you can do small changes, and you can get back to me. Then comes Mule events, Mule structure. This is a very important course where the transformations, then the database connector. Even if you have if you don't have a database, it's fine. We can download XAMPP. XAMPP is an online database tool. I will be giving the steps how to install a database and how you can connect it. All the documentation will be provided. You can go there and do it. Okay. Then the validation module, then the error handling, then about endpoint platform and access. See, knowing the development won't help you now, because at the end of the day, you have to manage the platform also. You have to check the logs. Suppose you are deploying the application, you have to check the logs also. This is how this one will come up. Okay. I don't know why it's doing, a lot of things are opening up. So one course will be there about where I will be explaining about access management, API manager, runtime manager, what are the different tabs, what it does. Okay. That's why I've listed one thing in the course. Now, what is an YAML, right? Suppose you are creating an API, right? For example, a mobile application, right? Most of us use, let me tell you one. Suppose IRCTC, right? You are booking a train. So that's an API, right? Someone has developed for you. How you can develop it? You can either use any kind of tool, and MuleSoft will also create that API. So to create an API, you need to know some kind of languages. Okay, this we call it a design API using YAML. Okay. Now, what I will do, I will be working with you. Like, I won't be giving just like a normal PPT. Okay, I'll be going through a PPT, but what I will do, I'll be creating something like this one. Okay, this is a huge one, but I will be creating a demo one where you will be understood. If you can work with me, nothing like that. But even if you're not working, I will be developing this API and providing you as a zip file so that you can use this and see how the API works. Okay, this is what we call it YAML and in MuleSoft. Okay, I will be explaining each and every components how we are doing it. Now, yeah, now we're just opening this one, right? This one is a real-time project. What I feel in the last, based on my last sessions, right? People were asking me like they are facing some challenges, although the training is completed. Okay, initially the training was up till this. Okay, but they face some challenges of some real-time scenarios. Okay, like how they will manage some real-time projects. So what I do, I set up, like, I will be giving my project experience. I will be setting up some project-related artifacts so that you can check how it happens in a real-time project. Okay, and you can ask me questions also. That I will do it. Then comes with the publish of the API, the scenarios-based question, the deployment of the CloudHub. Nowadays, CloudHub 2.0. People ask questions on CloudHub 2.0. So MuleSoft is developing like anything. Like, even it's very hard to keep up with speed. So this course is the latest. I will keep every time. I'm just updating one or two courses here, because after 2 months, if I give some training, again some new things MuleSoft will bring into the market, and it's not a good thing for me that I will stick to the old material. So I keep on updating the stuff, at least some basic information if I give it to you, so that you can, after these courses, you can go and explore also like the new stuff. Mostly in the interview, don't ask about the new stuffs. Okay, but if you can tell them that I have explored on these other new technologies that are coming in MuleSoft, then they will understand, okay, you have done some exploration on your own. Okay, it's just about how you market yourself in the interview. Okay, these are it's very detailed codes, like it has about 25, if you see, it have 25 courses, okay? Like 27 rather, because and the 20th is some 1 hour session will be done. Well, I want this session to be happening where I'll be asking some real interview questions and I will be preparing you for the interview sessions also, okay? This is I've kept at the last so that I don't want to like mess it up. And nowadays people ask about CI/CD. Like, I think who have worked on a Power BI, they will know that CI/CD is very important nowadays. Like, it's not about how you develop, how you deploy, and how to automate it. So I've based on what are the feedback. Like, you only give me the feedback. It's not that I search in the Google and David, because what I give, like, this is extensive. We can like you make it short also, but this is also important. Okay. Well, people ask questions about how the deployment will happen in MuleSoft. What is the Jenkins? How do you use Jenkins? That's why I've kept a course what are the technologies you will be needing. Obviously, in an interview, no one will ask you like set up the Jenkins and show me how it is done. But the theoretical knowledge of how you use it in MuleSoft will be helpful for you. Okay. I will be setting up Jenkins and I will show you. But for you, like setting up Jenkins and everything will be a bit difficult. I will be giving the steps also, but even if you feel difficult, at least you can familiar what are the steps are written in a document. You can just go through a document and tell the interview that okay, these are the steps are required for setting up the Jenkins. Okay. Yeah. Now the course, I will show you a normal course material how it will look. Okay. Just to give you a look and feel. Because this have to go, it will be a huge session for me, but like, so when I create an API, when I create a PPT, right, I make sure that normally if you download the slide, you will be getting ample slides, but I make it extensive because at the end of the day, if you at least go through this PPT only slide deck, you will understand what are the things that you have to cover up. Okay. That's why it's so detailed. So it will cover about what are the web APIs available, because this was the interview question where we only know SOAP and REST, but rather someone gave me a feedback that there's something called RFC also. So what I did some research and gave you how the message will look in SOAP, how the message will look in RPC, how the message look in LET. Mostly they won't ask about RPC, remote procedure call, but they will only ask about SOAP and REST. But this I wanted to give you so that even if these are the pointers, okay, it's more extensive and most detailed PPT you will ever come across. Okay. And it's mostly prepared by 2 or 3 architects. Okay. So this is how the SOAP will look like. So I've given you screenshot and everything so that you can, even if you go through the PPT, you'll understand. Okay. Apart from this, you will be getting some like Word document, whether this is just for your, you can consider knowledge material, because if you go the best way, I will tell you, go to the PDF. But all of us know that PDF is like 200 pages or 300 pages, right? It is impossible for us, for any new developer, to go through the PDF. So I've created a PPT so that you can check the high pointers, what are the things that you have to know. Okay. And then the hands-on service. I think there's a question, someone in the chat. Okay, I think someone dropped here. Okay, yeah, no problem. Oh, I think it's too late for you. Okay. Yeah, these are the course material that will happen. Normal course material that will be happen. Okay. Yeah. So I don't want to waste other time in your weekends work. So let me know if you have any questions. Okay. And yeah, if you have any questions apart from a discussion or anything that you want to add, feel free to update Uday. Okay. And then you can connect you. Yeah. So any questions before I like close it?
No questions. Thank you, Avik.
Thank you. Yeah. Even if you're not joining the course, it's fine. Give some feedback to that. Okay. So that I can improve my course material. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks. Yeah.